víctima es Leo Kopernik. Según parece, lo mataron en el vestuario. Y luego lo trajeron aquí. Una puesta en escena, por así decir. Perdón, señor.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, muy bien, gracias. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, for me too.
Thank you. First of all, congratulations on your big debut. So my first question is, how did you end up making your debut with such a high-class actors and for a big company like Searchlight and Disney?
It's a really good question. You've got to ask Searchlight and Disney. No, I had just finished making the final series of a BBC comedy show here in the UK that had been quite successful, and Searchlight sent me the script for See How They Run to see how I responded to it. And from the first read, I thought that it was something that I could, bring something to. In one sense, it couldn't be further away from what I had done before, which was a sort of mockumentary format in a TV comedy, but it had some similarities that you might not see at first. Ultimately, this is a whodunit. It's a period film, but it's a character comedy, and I could see that it was a performance-led piece, and that's what kind of excited me about it, and it made me feel like I was a good fit for it.
And it was your first movie and you faced a global pandemic. So since most of the film was shot during the second lockdown, as the captain of all, how did you manage the uncertainty? What challenges and opportunities did you have?
Yeah, being in the middle of the pandemic definitely brought challenges and opportunities. Of course, the challenges were the ones we all had. Like, everyone was stressed. It was a weird time to be living in the world, let alone making a movie, right? But so we needed to create a space where people could come and just do their best work and hopefully forget about the stress that was going on in the outside world. So in that sense, we felt very lucky to be making the film at that time. But it certainly opened up opportunities for us as well, particularly in terms of locations. So we were able to film in some incredible iconic locations around London that ordinarily we would not have been able to get into for the length of time that we needed to shoot the scenes we had. So for example, places like the Old Vic Theatre, we were able to be in the auditorium and on the stage at that amazing, beautiful, historic venue in London. And it was bittersweet, because we were able to be in there because their doors were closed. They weren't able to have audiences in. And it was sad to see, that the space neglected in that way. But, it gave us this opportunity to show these amazing venues to a, cinema audience, and financially to give a small helping hand to help the theatres that we did film with bridge that gap. So as well as the Old Vic, we were able to film in places like the Savoy Hotel. Now, usually the writer writes Savoy Hotel interior on the scripts. You don't film it at the Savoy Hotel, but we were lucky enough, that they opened their doors to us. We were able to actually go there, shoot on location, and so yeah, there were some real silver linings to filming at that point in time.
We have recently had a few modern takes on this genre. So how does See How They Run differentiate from those films? I mean, what was your purpose? To follow the rules, like, for example, Death on the Nile, or to break them like Knives Out?
I wasn't interested in making just a straight ahead murder mystery, a whodunit, on a personal level. What attracted me to the film was that it is a murder mystery, but it's also a film that's about murder mysteries. Plus, you have this element of a character comedy running alongside it. Yeah, so it was that sort of attracted me to the project. What Mark Chappell and I, the writer, both agreed from the start is that you need to build it before you can put your own twist on it. So you need to create something that is familiar enough to the audience that it feels like a traditional murder mystery. That's kind of the setup, I suppose. And then once you've done that by building, a period world with some of the characters who you might expect to populate that world, then you can put your own twist on the idea. So it was a matter of building it first before you can put your twist on it. You can't throw out all the rules, because then it's just not a murder mystery, and there's no context for the comedy and the story to play in. You need to make sure that the audience are with you and understand, okay, I understand what the context is, where we are, and it's at that point you can start to have fun with it, I think.